All right, round 3. We have Nigel still with us from last round. Still playing Izzet Blitz. His opponent for this round is going to be Rick, playing Mardu Midrange. We saw Ragdoll's Midrange the game before, and well, yeah, that was not how the mid-range deck wanted it to go. Let's just put it like that. But it happens. It happens. We'll have to see if Rick is able to perform better here. We have the turn 1 monkey being lava darted by Nigel here. Bit of camera foolery means the life die are a bit off screen, so we'll try to make it work. We have Thoughtseize coming out. It's gonna find double Swift Spear, a Soulscar Mage, a Dragon Rage Channeler, Metamorphose, and a Mishra's Bauble. The Dragon's Rage Channeler getting discarded. I think that's probably the correct call here. Yeah, we have Spirebluff Canal coming down. I think that Dragon's Rage Channeler was going to be quite dangerous going forward here if that was allowed to exist. Instead, we have double Swift Spear into Bauble. That's still a pretty good start here from Nigel. Nigel playing Blitz usually means that these games are pretty damn fast. Like, the games that Nigel win are incredibly fast, usually. Again, at least when he's playing Blitz. There's Seasoned Pyromancer coming out from Brick here. Nigel, I have seen him play... What's it called? Green-White Heliod, which is a bit of a slower deck. Still has a combo finish, but usually the games are a little slower. And... yeah, Blitz is just an incredibly fast deck. Big-ass clock. Playing the wrong card. 1 and 2 Metamorphose first to get a Prowess trigger, then cast the Expressive Iteration. 2 Prowess triggers here. Looks like Rick is going to have to chump block here quite a bit. Though, chump blocking with a Seasoned Pyromancer is not the worst. Because you do have the opportunity to exile it from your graveyard and make 2 more elementals. Steam fans being shocked in. Lightning Helix going for the Seasoned Pyromancer, and that is 3 Prowess triggers. Lava Dart being flashback, that's 4 Prowess triggers, no more blockers, and that is going to be lethal, and we're going to game 2. And like I said, when Nigel's games go fast, they go fast. So we'll have Rick on the play here for game 2. Both players keeping their 7. And straight to 19. Yeah, just one of those modern things. Patches and shocks everywhere, which means your life total is much more of a resource than in some other formats. Maybe somewhere you don't play shocks. Maybe somewhere you play duels. It's much less of an issue. Of course, if you're Nigel, you just play Spirebluff Canal and your life is good. I think that is the... Is there a black-red filter land? I have no idea what that's called. Anyway, Croxa is going to be played. Nigel is going to discard a lightning bolt. And takes the turn. I think there's a Scalding Tarn. We have Monastery Swift Spear. We have Lava Dart. I think there is a Mishra's Bauble. Yes, there is. That's one prowess trigger. And gonna swing in for 2. Nigel's like, yeah, I want to see what you're drawing as well. Looks like Inquisition of Kozilek. Gonna draw a card of the Bauble. I also see Terminate there. I think that's a Chain Lightning. Wow, I don't think I... Is that a Chain Lightning or is that just a Lightning Bolt? No, I think it's a Lightning Bolt. Chain Lightning. Let's see, we have Fiery Islet, Lava Dart, and a Braid, and a Tormod's Crypt. Interesting. So, Tormod's Crypt might actually be relevant here if Rick decides he really wants to cast the Croxa. Looks like he is. Yeah, because he doesn't have any other creatures. Like, it's... Lightning Bolt going after the Monastery Swift Spear. Nigel could double Lava Dart, like fetch a mountain, cast Lava Dart, sack the mountain, cast Lava Dart again. He would be able to save the Swift Spear, but that's not what you want to be doing, I think. I mean, it's not what you want. It's probably what's going to happen here, because Nigel doesn't really have anything else that he's doing right now. But just because you are doing it doesn't mean you want to be doing it. It's gonna shock in a Steam Vents. I mean, this fetch means double dart, right? Yeah. So, Rick goes to 13. Now, the Swiss Spear is a 3/4 after flashback. And... yeah, it's like not the way you want to use Lava Dart, but sometimes you gotta, you know? I don't know if I would have sacked Steam Vents though, but I'm sure Nigel has a reason. Sure, he has a reason. I think that was a Liliana draw for Rick here. Yep. And phew, yeah. Now Nigel just has nothing going on anymore. Like he's holding 2 braids. It looks like it, which is really awkward as well because a braid doesn't go for Liliana. And with the Monomorphose, I think that's Tormod's Crypt again. I think this point you just... Do you find a Tormod's Crypt? You might, yeah. And now there's a Metamorphose double braid. There's a Liliana on the side of Rick here. We have Terminate. We have... Is that Prismatic Ending? I think it is Collective Brutality. Yeah, I think Rick's hand is just mono interaction here. He has 2 removal spells, potentially 3 removal spells, and a discard spell. And he's thinking of whether or not he's going for the discard spell or the prismatic ending. No, he's going for the Terminate. And like... Collective Brutality is interesting, because on the one hand, it's the most flexible card. On the other hand, it doesn't really get good until you start escalating it. But you need to actually have cards to escalate with, and if you're plotting Liliana, then escalation's probably not going to be the best thing you can do. But again, it's the most flexible card in Rick's hand here. Manamorphose is going to draw him into Stormwing Entity. Good lord. Okay, yeah, no, that's why you play Blitz. Scries both cards to the top. Good lord. Okay, yeah. Nigel was completely out of gas, and just like that, he has something again. He is going to lose the Storming Entity. Rick is thinking about whether or not he's bolting it, or whether or not... No way he's casting Prismatic Ending. That thing is 5 mana. You cast it for 2, but it's 5 mana. And Lava Dart in Nigel's graveyard. Gonna tick the Liliana for a prowess trigger. And then Collective Brutality. Gonna -2/-2, and is going to escalate it. Wanting to discard a card from Nigel's hand. Finds Manamorphose. Plus his Liliana. Storming Entity dies off of having not enough toughness. Nigel untaps, plays Dragon's Rage Channeler, which then gets edicted by Liliana. Soulscar Mage coming down. And Rick, I would say, is still in the driver's seat. But Nigel still has some game here. Able to attack the Liliana down to 1. Now has a Fiery Islet that he'll most likely crack during Rick's end step here. Because you don't want to draw a card and then have Liliana discarded for no value. Inquisition getting discarded by Rick here. Doesn't crack the islet. Alright, sure. Instead draws Monastery Swiss Spear and has both of his creatures go after Liliana, but looks like we have Kolaghan's Command from Rick's side here. Gonna kill the Soulscar Mage. And what else are you doing? I don't know. Discard a card, I think. But Nigel has no cards. But yeah, it doesn't have any other modes right now. No creatures in Rick's graveyard. And no artifacts actually target, so just a 3 mana shock. That's not ideal. Seasoned Pyromans are going to draw 2 cards. One of them is a Triumph, which gets played. I think personally I might have considered discarding it. I don't know what the other card was. Maybe that's relevant. The Monastery Swiss Spear not able to attack into the Seasoned Pyromancer. Nigel has something in hand, but I'm not sure what it is. Might be like a third braid. Just he cracked the islet, and then with 1 mana up drew just another braid that does absolutely nothing on his board. Which that would be just the absolute worst. Now, I think Rick drew Liliana. Looks like second Liliana. Not sure what he's gonna do with it. Like, if you're plussing Liliana, you have to discard something. I don't know what the other card is, but if that's... he ends up discarding... No, he's just going to play the second one. And then edict away the Swiss Spear, yeah. Oh, it was Ragavan. Yeah, okay. Now I see why. I see why Rick didn't want to discard the Ragavan. Fair enough. Like, sure, you're giving Nigel a card in hand, but you gotta give it to him. Looks like the card was Expressive Iteration. Looks like Nigel also drew another Expressive Iteration for the turn. The hell? I don't know if you heard that, but good lord. Like, the people driving here are just completely out of their mind. I swear to God. Swing in for 4. Nigel going down to 9. Rick having a very real clock right now. Did they forget the Ragavan trigger? I think they forgot the Ragavan trigger. Yeah, because I don't see a treasure. I don't see a card being exiled from the top of Nigel's deck. But he did take the damage. Expressive Iteration gonna get discarded off of a Inquisition. Are they now resolving the Ragavan? Okay, yeah, no. Sure, okay. Also, a little spoiler. I think among those tokens I saw a 1/1 flying black and white spirit token, which I associate with Kaya's Guile, which is probably a really good card in this deck. I would imagine. I think that was a discard of Prismatic Ending, and Nigel's like, yeah, no, I'm completely out of gas. You have a Clock, you have a Liliana, we're going to game 2. Sorry, not game 2, that was game 2, we're going to game 3. See, that's the problem with playing a deck that wins at like 5 minutes. Nobody remembers you even played that game. But see, that's why I only play slow decks. That's why I play Blue-Eyed Control. That's why I play Niftalite. That's why when I play a combo deck, my combo takes like 7 turns and I draw half my deck. And I have turns that last like 20 minutes because I'm playing. I don't want to sit there, do nothing every round, you know? I came to play Magic. Let's play some Magic. Anyway, we get Inquisition taking the Expressive Iteration, and we have just a whole bunch going on right now. We have a Surveil, we have some Prowess triggers. I think Rick is going to 14 here. Yes, he is. And Nigel having a fast clock. Another news, the sky is blue. I see Bone Crusher. I think that's a Seasoned Pyromancer in there. See if I can find more cards. But Nigel already, having used a bunch of his cards, definitely has the pressure right now. And like, Dragon's Rage Channeler is going to be able to set Nigel up for keeping up that pressure with the Surveil. Let's see if he can keep it up long enough. If he can keep it up at all, the Bone Crusher Giant going to get rid of the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Absolutely agree with that. That card needs to go right now. You need some breathing room, and hopefully the awkward draws that this now creates is enough. There are awkward draws at all. Rick going to 11. He's gonna draw a Kalidas Trader of Get. He also has Kaya, Oars of Usurper. A land. I'm not sure what the last card is. Oh, that's a Kroxa, and I think a Prismatic Ending. So there is some potential for Rick here to just get some of that life back. Sacred Foundry going to 9. Croaks are coming down. Yeah, interesting. Lightning Bolt. So that Nigel doesn't have to discard. That does mean he loses 3 life due to not discarding a non-land card. And then 1 mana Prismatic Ending, gonna get rid of the Monastery Swiss Spear. And then next turn, Rick has just a bunch of possible plays. If he draws a land, he can just go Kalidas. If not, he can play Kaya. I think Seasoned Pyromancer is probably not the thing you want to be doing here, as a bunch of your cards gain new life here. Yeah, we have Kaya coming out. Gonna exile the Soulscar Mage. And if this thing stays on the field, then I think Rick is in a pretty good spot here. Because he's gonna start eating Nigel's Graveyard, which is not only gonna get him life, but it's also going to possibly deny the delirium of any future Dragon's Rage channelers, which could potentially just buy him the breathing room he needs. Yeah. The artifact, that's the one-off. And then a creature, I don't think it matters which creature, but Rick now gains 2 life, because there was a creature among the exiled cards. Now Nigel he needs to do something, and he needs to do it right now. That Spell Pierce in his hand is not going to do it. We have double Pyromancer, it seems. Still the Kalidas, and I think the white card might be a Prismatic Ending. No, I think it's a Deafening Silence. Is it? I'm not sure. Doesn't look like an ending, but maybe it is an ending. Anyway, it's gonna discard 2 spells, gonna make 2 elementals. One of them is another Seasoned Pyromancer, which means he is potentially also going to make an extra 4 elementals here, should that end up being necessary. Nigel drew and then passed the turn. Now the Kaya is going up to 4, which means that Nigel pretty much needs a creature to get rid of it. Rick is going to gain a bunch of life again. I'm gonna swing in for 4. And Nigel just not doing anything at this point. We have the Blitz deck and you're not doing anything. That's scary. That might just straight up mean you're dead. Kalida's coming down. And I think this is lights out for Nigel. Metamorphose, Spell Pierce, and I don't quite see what the last card was. Gonna cast the Metamorphose. I think that is a Dragon's Rage Chandler. But again, the Kaya just taking off Delirium here. I think that's a Monastery Swift Spear. Still got a mana floating. Not sure if it's blue or if it's red. And passes the turn. Kalidas is a 3/4, so you need to actually somehow do something with the Swiss Spear. And yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this game is just over. The Lightning Bolt is going to probably kill the Swiss Spear. Then Kaya's going up, getting a bunch more life. Then you swing for 7. Nigel going to 4. And I'm fairly sure this is over. Oh, yeah, right. The Kalidas exiles the Swift Spear when it dies, and then makes a 2/2 zombie. So yeah, no, this game is just done. Liliana comes down. That's gonna get spell pierced. Nigel's gonna take a turn, draw a card, play a Monastery Swiss Spear, play a Dragon's Rage? No, play a Lightning Bolt. And that is a win from Rick, 2-1.